What's going on, guys? What's the word? It's good. Might get some loud noises today. They're working directly below me right now. What's good? What's new? How you guys been? What's up, Cozy? How have you been? Dude, we're just biding our time. Making sure I'm talking about some stuff that you guys want to know about and all the things, but like, I've got all these plans. Like, once the room's done, I can do this, and I can do this, and I can do this, and until the room is done, I can't do any of those things. No starting stream screen, never. How's the doggo? Doggo's good. Seriously, I connected at the beginning of one of these? Yo, welcome. You hack. How's the doggo? He's good. He's on a walk right now with Kenzie. But he's good. Busy, but good, dude. Same. You up for a camera question? Hit me, Callie. Dude, I'm so pumped. Dude, they're doing drywalling downstairs, by the way. They're gonna probably finish the main room today with the drywall, which is huge. Like, I'm so pumped about that. They should. I think they'll finish all the drywalling this week. And once the drywalling's up, we're going to do a studio tour. Definitely made me want to tear my recording room apart, but dang, the wait for your new space is killing me. Dude, seriously, it's driving me insane. We were supposed to be, we're like a month behind too. Definitely interested to hear the take on the camera question. Wait. Has the camera question come up yet? Oh, A6100 keeps shutting down in a half hour when it's connected to a cam link. Doesn't seem to be overheating. If it's exactly, is it exactly a half hour? Because if it is, that sounds like it's on a shutdown timer. You'll need to make sure whatever the countdown timer is, like whatever it is turned off. Usually there is some kind of countdown timer or some kind of auto shut off. Check your settings. Usually with Sony's, they just kind of go automatically. But if it is for sure, like next time, set up a timer. That's the first thing I would do is I would set up a timer. If it is exactly a half hour and it's the same length every time, then you know that it's a setting in there somewhere where it's automatically shutting down after 30 minutes. And you can go in and you can find it. If it's like 25 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever, then maybe there's something going on with like the power supply or something in there that's causing it to not be able to, like, it's actually shutting down because it has to. We talking cameras? Steggy, do you know about an A6100? And I've never used, except for the ZV-E10, I've never used a crop sensor Sony. And I don't know what the settings are, if they're automatically set to turn off after 30 minutes. Maybe you know. But yeah, like it could be a bad power supply, which is why I would say test it. If it's the same amount of time every time, it's probably not a problem. It's probably a setting. The option is under power save start time on the ZV-E10. It's the first thing I'd look for is a setting. It's the first thing I'd do. Super happy with my new hoodie. Dude, who got Senpai Series 0 merch, by the way? We're working on Series 1 right now. I just got some mock-ups. I got to go through it. And I got them yesterday, and I still haven't. I'm a bad business owner. How many uploads per week is healthy for the channel? Healthy is a weird word. I mean, once you've kind of gotten your brand and you're working on stuff and you've got the time for it, 1 a week is kind of the goal. 1 a week is generally the goal. But it depends on what your content is. Depends on what you're capable of. Depends on if you've figured out your style yet. You know? That's a big part of it. I got the hoodie. Dope. Are they using a dummy battery period or trying to use power over USB because powering over USB could cause overheating because the heat generated from the normal battery inside? That's a really good question. Callie, check out Steggy's question right there. Here, it's this one right here. It's a question from Steggy. I'm a convert to the GoPro for my C900. Thank you for covering that, showing that it's a viable option. Oh, it is. It's a great option. It's very specified because it's, you know, it's got a small sensor. It's a very wide angle. You don't have as much flexibility with it, but it is a great option. Just make sure you have some good lights on you. Looking to see if Callie ever dummy battery. Okay. What do you think of streaming wearing other streamers' merch? Dude, I love to see streamers supporting other streamers. I think it's great. You're jealous of the coverage of this beard? I shaved this morning, man. This is my man o'clock shadow. Do you know the average of time needed for seeing an evolution in your YouTube channel by posting one video a week? Average of time needed? I don't think there is one. Are you talking about time needed to like putting into a channel or time like watch time needed? Either way, there isn't an answer to that. It totally depends on the kind of content you're making. If you're you know, Ludwig, right? If you're someone who's just like a natural entertainer, you don't have to put that much effort into the videos because you are the value in the videos. If you're someone like me with Asperger's who like, this is the best I got. Like, and I've been training this for 30 years. There's just no way I'm ever going to be a Ludwig. Like, I need to rely on my skills and my knowledge and my videography and all those things. Like, it's the only way. It's the only way. It's going to take me more time. Also, I really love when a YouTube video becomes art. I think it's the thing that keeps bringing me back to Peter McKinnon's stuff. Is just watching, just be like, I mean, it takes him a day to make it, but it's always beautiful. And I love that. People with good work ethic and talent are so impressive. I agree. Question for the Wave software. What plugins would you recommend downloading for noise gate, etc.? Oh, dude, I still haven't opened up that beta. I think Steggy's in here. He's going to get mad at me. I wouldn't blame him. I don't know. Let me try it out. See, this is the thing. Again, once we have the studio, because like I hate, can I be real with you guys? I hate installing like I test a lot of stuff. I test a lot of equipment, and I hate having, you know, 20 different beta softwares on the PC that is my main daily driver for my gaming and for my streaming. And like, so in the new place, I'll have my stream room, but we'll also have a bunch of gaming PCs outside and ones that I can like test stuff on, you know? So I'll be able to go out and be like, oh, let's plug in the Wave XLR and install the beta and download a bunch of plugins and try a bunch of them without like the feeling of just like throwing a bunch of stuff on my PC. You know, because you know I'm not gonna delete it all. You know that I should, but I'm not. I'm not gonna delete every beta I install. Do you film in HDR? So we film in what's called log, which actually looks like the opposite of HDR. Basically, the whole thing looks gray. Actually, let me show you. You guys want to see what it looks like when we film? I've shown this on stream before. By the way, we'll have a stream design soon. We're working on it. Log footage. So yeah, when we shoot, yeah, it looks like this. It looks like this on the right. Not even joking. There we go. This is what our, it's super small. Yeah, this is what our footage looks like when we shoot it. No, that's not good. That's not a good one. I think this is probably one of the better ones. Yeah. Looks like this, and then we turn it into this. So shooting in HDR, I'm honestly not that familiar with. I mean, we shoot in log with 10-bit, right? So there's a ton. It's like, that's the reason we do that. The closer you get to the extremes, the closer the brightness gets to, like, you know, pure black and pure white, the less information there is. You can hold so much more color information in the middle. There's so much more space there for color. And so when you shoot like that, and it's super low dynamic range when you shoot, like over here, you can see this is totally overexposed, right? On the far right side, like that's white. That's not a color anymore. If you look at the hex code, that is 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 6 zeros over here, where you can see all the details right here. If you shot like this and you're like, oh, I don't want that to be overexposed, it's gone. There's no color in there. That is white. Whereas if we shoot like this, we can do whatever we want with it. And we can make it look like this, but we can also not make it look like this. So you can give it a super wide dynamic range, but we have so much control. And then you throw LUTs on, and you throw, wait, 0. Okay. I'm sorry. Shkapari. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 is black. I meant F, 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 F. Thank you. So yeah. So shooting, like, you can have phones that like shoot in HDR, and it feels like it's not about how it shoots. Again, I'm not the right person to ask on that. I would ask Sam in his stream. You should have a test bench. You see mini stream PC I built, by the way. You should probably, no, I haven't seen it. It's on Twitter. I saw your YouTube channel though. That was fun. Yeah. So once we get the place set up downstairs, we'll have a bunch of test bench stuff that we can throw that stuff on without having to throw it on the main PC. F's in chat, whatever, Bobby Lobby. How do you feel about the rise of VTubers as an industry, or as an alternative to using a camera and showing your face for your real face? I think it's awesome. I think it's great. I think if there's any new medium of creativity, I think it's great. I love to see what streamers have done with it. That's what's given the rise to people like Code Miko, just absolutely just taking it to an extreme. I think with anything else, anytime there's something new, people see it as an opportunity to be lazy. I think if you see that and you go, finally, I can be a content creator without showing my face. Generally, 99% of the people with that mindset are not prepared to be a content creator. The whole, like, being a content creator is basically turning your life or your skills or your passion into content. And if you're not willing to even show who you are, it's really hard to do that. You have to be really good at what you do to cut out a main element of content creation and still grow. But I get a lot. The question I get asked a lot is like, can I stream without using a camera? Yeah, sure. People succeed that way all the time. But if you're asking that question, if that's your first question you're asking, you're probably not going to go very far. And I don't mean that to be rude. It's important you understand, like, if your first intention, if your main concern is, am I able to cut this corner and still succeed? That's just not the mindset of people who succeed. The people who succeed are the people who say, I'm going to give this every single chance. I know how rare it is to succeed in this industry. I'm going to give it every single chance to succeed. I'm going to throw everything at the wall. And if that main element, in a live stream, the main element is the conversation between the streamer and the chat, and you're saying, I don't even want them to be able to look at me, you're going to make things 10 times harder for yourself. People still do succeed, but you need to ask yourself, do you really want to be a content creator? If that's the first question you're asking. That's all. Unskippable ad. If there's an unskippable ad, it's only 5 seconds. I think your first question shouldn't be, will I succeed when creating content? Content creation should start as a hobby. Yes and no. I mean, that's something that people are allowed to disagree on. I think there's definitely an advantage to starting as a hobby. I don't think there's anything wrong with how it is definitely possible to succeed. There is a path to success on social media now or in content creation. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying, I see the business potential out of this. I'm going to go into it because I think I fit into that business model and trying to make a business out of it and trying to enjoy it. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think 10 years ago, you'd be right. I think nowadays it is a viable path to become a content creator. There's nothing wrong with trying to make it a career. Dog cam, he's on a walk. We're going to have a permanent dog cam as soon as we get the new place set up. Are you upgrade to Windows 11? Not on my main PC. Yeah, probably. I mean, we're going to test it out on some like side PC first. By the way, I do think the people who started as a hobby first are clearly the people passionate about it. And I do think they're more likely to succeed. I want to throw that out there. As a hobbyist, by the way, you guys should know when I talk about like showing your face and blah, 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 keep in mind, I'm only talking to the people that want to make this a career. I'm never talking to the people who want to make it fun. Like, dude, can we talk about this TikTok? Can we talk about this TikTok that I posted that did really well? And I'm really happy about it. But you can explain things until you're blue in the face and people will still not get it. Okay, this one. Should devastate you if you're the Twitch leak should devastate you if you're trying to make a career out of Twitch. I want to explain why. How many monthly? Okay, that's all I need to say. That's all I need to say. Then I go off to talk about how it's difficult, how small of a percentage of people actually make above the average national income, right? People are like this. Wait, where is it? Where is it? Here we go. I think this is quite a poor take. Here, I'll highlight it for you. I can't highlight it in there in TikTok. We already knew it's hard, and seeing this shouldn't discourage you by any means. Keep up the grind and have fun. I know. Like, we don't stream for money. We stream because we love gaming and want to show our true passion for gaming. That's great. I specifically said in the very beginning, this is for people who want to make a career out of it. That's all it was for. I like specifically said in the beginning, if you're doing this for fun, this does not apply to you. And then at the end, yeah, but this is a bad take because I just want to have fun. Dude, TikTok's insane. I'm going to keep doing it. And I'm going to be honest with you. These comments, like the fact that I get so many of these comments, that's engagement. There's a reason that I posted it less than 2 days ago and it's got like 500,000 views. It's because of all the angry comments. That's the whole reason that it's doing well, is because it's got so much, I call it rage engagement. We tried to figure out how to put that into one word. And Sam called it enragement. And I was like, you can't call it enragement. That's already a word. And engagement is just weird. Engagement doesn't work. I can't think of anything better than rage engagement. But that's just kind of the deal with TikTok. But anyway, people's attention span are crap, but love your content. Oh, it's totally true. Negative engagement? That doesn't sound nearly as good as rage engagement. Like, could you imagine trying to be an actor and you don't enjoy acting, but you think, oh, so this is going back to the other thing. Did you say something earlier? I want to make sure I'm not just like jumping into it. But you think, oh, the top actors are making money and get to be in movies and famous, so I'm moving to LA for acting. Yeah, I think you and I are talking about different things, by the way. So I think creating content as a hobby lets you prove the concept that's something you enjoy doing first. So here's my take on that. I don't see content creation itself shouldn't be a thing. Like, acting is a thing, right? Acting is you're handed a script. Like, it is the meat of what you are doing. That is the career. I think this is the disconnect, because I don't think we disagree, by the way. Acting is the meat of what you're doing there. I don't think content creation is the meat of what you're doing. What kind of content are you making? I assume someone's not going to go into making science videos if they've never done science. Do you do science? If they've ever done science, I don't know what the word is. If they've never scienced before, right? No one's going to go into science making videos. No one should go into photography YouTube if they haven't learn if they don't have the hobby of photography, right? Content creation to me isn't the act. Content creation to me is the vessel. So yes, what they're making content around, they should absolutely have a hobby of doing before. But I don't think someone needs to jump into, but I think once you have that hobby and you're like, oh, I think this thing that I'm doing, I could do much better if I do it on YouTube. Like one of Kenzie's friends is a photographer. One of Kenzie's friends is a photographer, and like she's incredible. The picture that I tweeted this morning is one of hers. And I just want to be like, why don't you just, while you're doing this, why don't you make YouTube videos on it? Even if it's just like time lapses of you like in Lightroom, like editing photos, like people would love to see that. And you'd probably make more money than you would just taking photos. I don't know. Start a TikTok, start something, start taking what you're doing and putting it into content. So that's why I'm saying like, there's nothing wrong with going into content creation and saying like, this thing that I enjoy doing, I bet I could make content and potentially turn it into a career. So that's where I think that we differ. So if you're looking to play video games on Twitch, I don't think it should be, oh wait, you said something else first. So I think that YouTube is the exception to starting as a job, which I can get into a bit. But streaming, I think that's my hobby. See, I don't know. You're probably right. I have a hard time with that because I enjoy gaming off stream more than I enjoy gaming on stream. So like, I like sometimes I sit there and be like, this would never be my hobby. This would absolutely never be my hobby. If I didn't have like this conversation with going with, 300 people or whatever, like, I don't think I'd be here. Like I was speaking to a parent's colleague who's an engineer, had like 20 years working on baby proofing products, but then switched industries. And we talked about it could probably be oh yeah, I love how YouTube makes it so it has to be smaller messages here. I feel like, I don't know how YouTube works. Whatever. And you got to wait like 15 seconds to finish each sentence. Successful business to do YouTube and TikTok videos on baby proofing tips, but it also kind of stems from the kernel of this industry, the dude's passion. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you can 100% dive into social media and be like, I want to turn this into a business. As long as what you're making content about has been something you've been doing. Like I would highly discourage someone who like watches a couple photography videos, has never owned a camera and is like, I'm going to be a photography YouTuber. Like, no, you can't do that. Learn photography first, then go and do it. Should I switch from Twitch to YouTube like today? It depends on your goals. Are you guys seeing crazy frame drops like I am on my screen? Steggy, are you seeing them? I found out they're not actually. I'm gonna record that and then we're gonna watch it. Hold on, let me find that. It's driving me insane. Driving me absolutely bonkers. Okay, let me pull up that recording. Let's see how it recorded in 4K capture utility. I just recorded 30 seconds. Can't do that. Hold on. It just went. I'm trying to. Windows. Son of a. I hate Windows. Can't do that. Okay. Let's take a look. I actually had some weird stuff happening with my A7C recording on a cam link. May have ruined like an hour long. It's not an A7C anymore. This is the original A7S. It's also happened. I also plugged in my A7S Mark III. Okay. Learn photography first, then go. See? Are you guys seeing perfectly smooth? Perfectly smooth. It depends on your goals. It's weird that the audio is out of sync. Are you guys seeing? Not a dropped frame in 4K capture utility. It's only in OBS. So weird. No, I haven't upgraded to Windows 11. Curious why you would have ads on YouTube Shorts, so they don't show up on YouTube, the YouTube Short shelf. Again, I'm just kind of experimenting. Daniel Duan, I want to see if it adjusts maybe the algorithm. Maybe YouTube pushes it out a little bit more if they're going to actually make money off of it. I think it may have been because I had set to 24 FPS. Yeah, that's definitely not the problem here. Admin mode. So it happens with admin mode on and off. I'm going to try turning it back on because it may have gotten worse since I turned it off. X264 versus NVENC. I think we tried that, but I'll test it again. Next stream on Saturday, I'll switch it to X264. I think I'm also going to put it in admin mode. No, so we were having this issue in admin mode. Steggy actually said you should try turning off admin mode and see if that fixes it. It did not. I'll be streaming for the first time next week on YouTube. What's the #1 advice you recommend for me? I don't think there's any advice for streaming for the first time. Just enjoy it, man. Figure it out. Learn how the system works. By the way, Nighthawk Zero, welcome to the Thrifty Boys. Thank you. Can you say hi to me? What's up, James? My goal is to entertain and grow. I don't know if Twitch is just oversaturated or what the case is, but I only get a few viewers. Do you think discoverability is better here? Discoverability is not good on live streams in general. Live streams are just not fun. It doesn't matter what platform it's on. They're not fun to browse. It's the only type of content that's not curated at all. If you're making a YouTube video, if you're making a TikTok, you're making a short, you're making Instagram, whatever, you get to choose the first 10 seconds of what the person watches, right? It's edited. That's a rough word, right? You've cut it down, you've scripted it, it's planned. On a live stream, someone's popping in. There have been like 10 seconds of silence on this stream. Someone could pop in during a 10 seconds of silence, you know they're leaving. You can't curate what people see first. And it's hard to plan and curate hours of live content. You just can't do it. So no, that's why in general people don't really browse live streams nearly as much as they browse everything else. And that's been my frustration with Twitch. Not that they're not making, whenever I talk about discoverability on Twitch, they're like, yeah, start recommending small channels, start helping small streamers grow, start recommending smaller streamers. Like, that's not going to help anything. That is going to fix nothing with helping small streamers grow. People don't browse live streams the same way they browse content, the same way they browse video content. It just doesn't matter. So the problem is that Twitch has nothing but live content, and they're the only platform that really, they're the only mainstream platform that does that, which is why YouTube's going to destroy them. YouTube's got a couple things that they're missing that they got to throw in there. As soon as they do, they're going to wreck. Like, once it becomes so easy for Twitch, for someone to go from a YouTube video to a live stream, and that becomes natural, becomes accepted. You're watching someone's YouTube videos. There's a little banner. I've been saying this for a while. I want YouTube, when someone's watching my YouTube video, guys, keep in mind, I haven't posted a YouTube video on this channel in like 2 or 3 months. And I have like 4. I have 4 YouTube videos up on this channel. And they still get 80 to 160 views an hour. I mean, if we look at Alpha Gaming, we're talking thousands and thousands of views per hour. If I were posting that regularly on here, I'd be getting that too. But like 80 to 160 views an hour, meaning if I stream for 3 hours straight, I'm getting anywhere from 240 to 480 people that watch a video while I'm live. Could you imagine a little banner on the video that says, hey, this person you're watching, if you enjoy it, go check out their live stream. They're live right now. That's what I want. That would be better than any possible discoverability you could ever see on Twitch. That would destroy that. I think that one thing, like as long as they get like gifted members, all the things that Twitch has that help people make more money, I think that would destroy you. That would destroy Twitch. I think that would completely change that would make live streams discoverable. Just a heads up, please stop spamming. If you're posting the same thing 100 times in chat, I'm going to time you out. Any tips on growing a YouTube channel? Yes. I mean, they're the typical answers. Be consistent. Make every video better. Watch what other people do. Try to incorporate that into your content. Those are all really good pieces of advice. The hard one that is probably the most important thing for success on social media is becoming self-aware of your value to other people. It's really, really hard to do that, but you have to take a step back and look at it and say, not just is this video fun to watch, but is it valuable to someone? Is someone watching that and feeling like something has been added to their life afterward? And that could be entertainment, that could be knowledge, that could be anything. But like, is someone going to watch that and go, I enjoyed that in my life? Not only I enjoyed watching that, but I enjoyed it so much that I want more of it. And there's a big difference there. This is something you see a lot of on TikTok. I watched a TikTok last night. Actually, I think I might have the link to it. I'm going to try to find this. I'm going to try to pull it up. Hold on. Anime fast change. Is this the one? Yeah. I'm going to show you guys a TikTok. That's exactly what I'm talking about. The other question, by the way, not only does this add value, but does this add value to a person's life, but does my presence in the video make a difference? Right? Because I can make a whole tutorial on like, hey, here's how to do this, blah, blah, blah. But unless the tutorial's really good and the person wants to go out and learn more about it, they're not going to subscribe to you. They're just going to keep searching for more tutorials and maybe they'll find one from someone else. Does your presence in the video add value to it? And does that person want to see more of you? That's the hardest part, and people miss that a lot. But check this out. So this is a really funny TikTok. I laughed really hard when I saw this. You guys watch Demon Slayer at all? Just that last part, dude. I laughed so hard when I saw this. This is what I encouraged you guys to do last stream, right? Check out this guy's channel. And by the way, no disrespect to this guy at all. Check this out. He's done this. He's doing it again, right? He did this once right here. This one right here. About to watch. This is his first one he did. And he got 500,000 views. So he did another one. He got 400,000. Got another one, 1 million. This is the one we just watched, 490,000. Like, they're working, so he keeps doing it. But check this out. He has almost 1 million likes. But he has less than 6,000 followers. He has 5 viral TikToks in a row. And only 6,000 followers. Again, no disrespect to this guy. That's not what I'm trying to do. But people are missing the point. He's not the main character in this. he's not adding anything to the content. You watch that and you're like, oh, this is funny, but no one says that person in there was he made one facial expression. People miss out on that. They think a viral TikTok is all they need. You need more than a viral TikTok. You need to get people to like you. You have to be the main character in your content. That's the hardest part. Anyway, so that was my long-winded answer of how to grow on YouTube. Not just make content that people want to see. That's going to get you views, but you want to convert those views into subscribers. And the only way you're going to convert views into subscribers is if people enjoy your presence and they like you and they want to see more of you. It's very hard to do. I just filmed a short in like 3 different segments. Sorry, Scott. Good luck with that one. Do you think a channel that does YouTube Shorts can be successful? I think that's the whole point of YouTube Shorts, is they made another way for channels to get exposed and be seen and succeed. Why is there no information out there on what to charge for sponsored streams or ad spots? It's like it's being deliberately hidden. All right, let's talk about sponsorships and stuff. I don't want to clip anything from this one. I don't want to get too much into detail because I feel like I could make a YouTube video about this with as many details as I can and make it a little bit more valuable. I've been in this industry. I've been doing, I think I've been doing brand deals for for over 7 years now. Did our first brand deal over 7 years ago. I want to say our very first brand deal was a Nordstrom ad. No, Spotify. It was a Spotify ad. It was a Vine for Spotify. It was our very first one. That was crazy. Oh my gosh. I had no idea what I was doing. Yeah. So sponsorships. What is the value? The reason there's no numbers, because the reason you can't find the numbers, because the number doesn't exist. There are so many variables. Your viewership and your subscribers and stuff, one of the least valuable. I mean, they help. But they're not a good indicator of how much your brand deals are worth. The example I always give with this is if you look at someone who is an expert in the field, right, is like the main authority in a field. For example, Shroud. Let's look at Shroud in terms of high octane gaming, right? High skill level gaming. Shroud, whether or not he's the best in the world, he has the largest audience and is an expert in there. He would probably be the #1 pick for an endorsement for a good gaming product. Is that fair to say? That's what I would say. If Shroud says, or if Shroud uses a mouse, publicly uses a mouse, that mouse is going to get bought a lot. Because if it's good enough for Shroud, let's be real, it's good enough for anybody. Is that a fair thing to say? Fair sentence? If it's good enough for Shroud, it's good enough for anybody. I think that's a good. Shroud is not lacking the dough to buy a good mouse. He will pick the best mouse that helps him get the win anytime. But what about trying to think of what about a camera? What if Shroud swears by a camera? I mean, he's still Shroud. It's gonna matter. What if Shroud swears by a camera? Is that gonna have any impact on anyone? Probably not as much. If I were to say, this is the best gaming mouse, this is the mouse that will help you get the most kills and get the most wins, that's not going to mean very much. But if I do a microphone comparison or I do a camera comparison and I talk about the pros and the cons and I give you guys like, hey, this massive studio that we've built with multiple employees and videographers and editors, and we picked this camera. Anyone looking for a camera in that price range is going to be influenced to pick up that camera. Yeah, Shroud has boosted Logitech sales. I bet he has. I bet Shroud has done insane things for Logitech's partnership. Like in that case, our viewership is not the main determining factor. It's what does our audience listen to us for? What is the value that we bring? Who's Shroud? I don't trust that at all. So that's why there's no answer for that, because you can't how do you put a number? If you influence this many people, it's worth this much. Like, it's all a matter of how many sales does the company think they're going to get out of sponsoring this video? What's the profit on that? How much then what percentage of that should we give to the creator, right? So this is a problem that a lot of people don't understand. Again, that same TikTok where I talked about how little people made on Twitch and how like people got upset. So if you look at I talked about the average American income, which is $52,000, but that also gets skewed by Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk and stuff. If we talk about the median American income, right? So the outliers get ruled out. We talk about the median American income, which is $31,000. We're still talking only 6,000 people on Twitch make the median American income, which, by the way, is the equivalent of making $15 an hour working 40 hours a week. If you work for $15 an hour, make work 40 hours a week, you will make $31,000 a year. Only 6,000 Twitch streamers out of 9 million, only 6,000 Twitch streamers make $31,000 a week. There's a huge wealth disparity on Twitch. But I got a response. A lot of the responses were, well, that's because a lot of them make a lot of them get sponsors, right? Let me actually find this. How much time we got left? I got like 15 minutes left. Let's see if we can let's look up some numbers on this real quick. Hold on. I found it on Reddit Twitch leak. See if I can find that page that still shows all the income. I need to save that page because it is hard to find. All right, hold on. I got to find this list. All the lists have been pulled down. I'm not going to show it on stream because I don't want to show any names, but we're going to go down a list. See if I can find that link. Dude, I don't even know. It changes. The comments change every week. Where can I find this? Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. I would like to see, because I want to take the number 6,000 person, right? The person who makes, I don't think I'm on the right one. The person who makes exactly 31,000. Twitch leak earnings. Oh, is this the one? No. I think that was the one. Dang it. Where do I find that list? Full list of all Twitch payouts. This isn't the full list. Why would you lie to me? Is there a link in here? Why would you say this is a full list and then not give me the full list? .esports, you're a joke. Twitch earning full list.com. Full list overview. I'm trying really hard to find this, guys. They keep moving it. It keeps getting pulled down. Nope, that one's been pulled down. They've all been pulled. Dang it. I want to see the viewership on that person. Because we can take it. It shows the name of the person who's there. And we can pull it up. I bet we find it. You guys want to keep looking and find it? Wayback Machine? Oh, I could use the Wayback Machine. I've never actually used it before. What was it? TwitchEarnings.com? Is that what it was? This URL has been excluded from the Wayback Machine. Son of a gun. You kidding me? Dang it. I hate these websites are saying, here's the full list. Here's the full list of earnings of... It's not the full list. It's the list of... It's just a link to that tweet. It's all a big lie. You know what? We're just gonna... I'll have to find it for next time. Wait. Twitter's not paying... I feel like I remembered the name too. I remembered the name and it's gone. Wayback the Wayback Machine to Wayback the Twitch leaks. You're looking for a particular channel? I don't remember the name of the channel. I know there's one. I'm going to give it another look for one more minute. I know there's a link to it. I know there's a link to it in these comments. Where did I find it? Is this it? No. But I think it's in this thread. What happened there? Dude, Reddit doesn't make any sense. Anyway, so when we went down to number 6,000, that person was making $31,000 a year. Oh, I may have found it. Oh, it's been taken down. That was the one I used before. Dang it. I can't believe that was taken. That was like this random little page. Paste bin. Oh, I thought I found it. I mean, I did, but that one was taken down too. I'll have to find another one. So if I was number 747. Check your Discord messages. Oh, he found it. Wait, that's only showing the top 100, right? Is there more? Oh, there's a more button. It was just covered up by an ad. Okay. Perfect. We got it. But I'm going to have to scroll for a while. We got it. Okay, so we are at number 1,000 right now, which is 183,000 after 2 years. So this is about 2 years and 2 months worth of income, right? Total of almost 9 million streamers. Once we get down to around number 2,000, we get down below the American average income. So we're now down below 100,000 for 2 years. We're making our way downtown. We're at... I don't want to show any names, so I just have to describe this to you. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not about to make someone feel like they've been exposed on my stream. That's not what this is about. We're now at number 3,000. We're at about $35,000 a year. I think did I say 37,000? I meant 3,700. 3,700. Okay, we're now at 4,000, and we are at, oh dang, we're at 55,000 for 2 years. Hold on, we got to scroll up more. We got to get to 62,000. 62,000 is for 2 years the median income. Okay, here's the last person who makes the median income. I'm gonna look him up on Twitch Tracker. By the way, his number is 3546. Oh, I typed in the wrong thing. Super dope that he's making enough to sustain himself on Twitch. That's an awesome accomplishment. He's in the top like 0.035%. Which is ridiculous. He's making $15 an hour, essentially. And he averages his last stream he peaked at 180 viewers. He averages about 200 viewers. So here's something you got to know. We're talking about sponsorships, right? We're talking about sponsorships. You want to know why sponsorships don't do really well on Twitch? Because if someone sponsors me on Twitch, right? Or just in a live stream in general, someone sponsors this. Let's say someone sponsors this. And halfway through the stream, I'm like, hey guys, check out Bai. I love drinking Bai. It's my favorite drink. You should go buy some Bai today. Oh, see what I did there? See, I'm good at it too. You should go and buy some Bai today. Link, on Twitch, I could put it in a panel that nobody goes down to. I could put it in the chat, I guess, but people don't want to click away because the stream is live, right? They'll have to miss it. So they have to like control click or command click on it so it's in a different tab, or they have to remember the name, whatever. And I've got 200 viewers. Okay? 200 viewers. That's all who's going to see it. 200 people will see that, okay? 200 people. Because nobody watches VODs, and definitely no one watches halfway into a VOD. We're what? How far into this? We're 53 minutes into this stream. So basically the 200 people that saw this are the only 200 people who are ever going to see it. So that got exposed to 200 people, okay? But then you go to a YouTube channel, right? Let's go to, let's go to the Alpha Gaming channel. We scroll back just a couple months. These videos can be watched forever, by the way. These videos are always getting views. We have some good ones. We have some bad ones. We have some that have 300,000 views. We have some that didn't do so well and maybe have 57,000. Oh, this one's not doing great. 29,000. That's probably one of the worst ones we're going to see. Yeah, 528,000 down to 68,000. I remember that one didn't do very well in the moment. But keep in mind, I'm talking about, hey, this video didn't do very well. And it was sponsored. This video was sponsored by Logitech or by Blue Microphones, right? And it didn't do very well on the channel. 68,000 views. And it's still getting views today. In fact, let's just see how many views it's getting. I gotta make sure I'm not sharing. Hold on a second. Let me switch accounts here. I gotta make sure it doesn't. Oh, see, it shows my email. See, I'm glad I did that. But let's take a look. Let's see how many views this particular video that didn't do very well. How many views it gets every day? All right. Where'd that freaking video go? There it is. Analytics. How many views does it get a day? A poor performing video. This is actually doing really bad. It's got 10 views in the last 48 hours. Let's still Still, 10 views in the last 48 hours. So how many views a month does it get? Times 15. That's still 150 views a month. One of my worst performing videos on the channel, 150 views a month. So the best, again, let's compare best to worst. Let's compare best to worst. Just to prove a point. We have a live stream that is pretty much a best case scenario, getting 200 views total and then never getting any views again, versus the worst, one of the worst videos on my channel getting 150 views a month forever. This is why people pay for YouTube sponsorships way more than they'll pay for live stream sponsorships. I would venture to say that people at the bottom of that list, definitely anybody making under the median income, is anyone under 3,500 that's making less than $31,000 a year, is not making a significant, maybe they get a couple $100 from a sponsorship if they're super lucky. It doesn't change their income at all. So that's when I posted that TikTok that I was like, hey, look how few people are making money. And everyone's like, nah, it's more than that because of sponsorships. Those people are not getting, if you're not in the top 100 to 200 people, you're not making significant money on sponsorships. It's not happening. You're not the authority of a subject. And you're definitely not getting nearly as much exposure as a YouTube video. It's just not happening. So anyway, it's good to know. You guys, it's important to know this. I want to go a much deeper dive into it with the YouTube video that I'm putting out soon. Keep in mind, this list doesn't cover donations, which for some channels is a big chunk of income. I would say though, the way that Twitch has branded their donations and stuff, I would venture to say gifted subs and bits and subscriptions are still a significant chunk over donations. Like the change in gifted subs, like the addition of gifted subs became basically almost like the new donation. I know they still exist, but again, not enough to change that list very much. Like when I go and I watch someone stream, big streamers, medium streamers, the amount of gifted subs versus the amount, like people put so much emphasis on their sub count. That's such a big thing for streamers that just in general, donations don't happen nearly as much as gifted subs. My mic keeps shocking me for a short duration if I accidentally touch it with my mouth. Yeah, I have no idea. It sounds like you got something ungrounded over there. Something. That's crazy. I've never heard of a mic doing that. What was your percentage on Twitch for straight tips? I actually didn't have a donation button. I did have a donation button, but it was to charity. And it was very rare that we got a donation to charity. I kept the donation button, but it was permanently a charity button. And I think after we did that for 2 years, and I think maybe we raised a total of $10,000. Yeah, what sucks is that gifted subs is cannibalized donos because that's less money going to the streamer. Oh, 100. I mean, that was the goal of Twitch. They absolutely accomplished that. And again, another thing that turned people away from donations is chargebacks. People are terrified of them. I mean, those things mess you up and you can't charge back. I mean, I guess you can, but you don't get penalized. Like someone sends you a lot of money, then actually issues a chargeback. You lose money because the penalties, PayPal penalizes you and charges you for it. So there's just, I think people have moved away from donations just in general. The gifted sub is simple and it's easier and it's safer. And sure, you lose a good chunk, usually for most streamers, 50% of it. I think it's my favorite StreamBeats song. It's a good one. What camera do you recommend with good DOF? I don't know what DOF is. Depth of field? Oh, the camera has nothing to do with the depth of field. It's the lens. The lens gives you the depth of field. You're not going to get a camera. If you spend $500, you're not going to get a camera with solid depth of field. You can get a camera, absolutely, that can do it, and then save up for a lens that'll get it to you later. One of the best depth of field lenses that I've seen is the Sigma 16 mil. That's one of the best all-around lenses that'll get you a solid depth of field while still giving you a good field of view and being affordable. And it's like $350, $400 just for the lens. Sensor size does affect the sensor size itself. Again, every time I say this, there's always someone who's like, it doesn't actually change anything. The sensor size itself doesn't create a greater depth of field, but it makes it easier to accomplish it because you get that wider field of view, so you can have a narrower lens and it gives you a greater depth of field on a different, right? Versus using a smaller sensor. But yeah, a larger sensor will do it, which is one of the reasons I don't recommend a micro four thirds sensor. One, it's not going to work well in low light, which is what most streamers stream in. But also you have to get a pretty serious lens to get a shallow depth of field on the sensor that small. Any strategic reason for the 1 hour streams? Do you recommend this for us? No, I do it for myself because I also have 2 YouTube channels I'm working on and a record label that we're doing crazy stuff with right now. And we're building, that's all I have time for. No, in fact, once we finish the studio and I have my stream set up, I'm going to be hopefully bringing it back up to like 2 to 3 hours because I'd like to plan them out a little bit more and start making more content, start making full on YouTube videos while I'm streaming on like a second channel. So because I'm going to be making more content while live, I'm going to be streaming more. But right now, the only thing I can really do out of my streams is make shorts. And I can make 3 shorts in an hour, no problem. I think I made 3 shorts, maybe 2 shorts this stream, and I've got like 5 in the bank right now. So because I'm trying to do so many other things, an hour is really all I can justify taking out of my time going live. And you just don't grow while you're live in general, unless you're like streaming is your thing, which streaming is not my thing. Streaming is, YouTube videos are my thing. You just don't grow while you're live. So my time needs to be spent making videos, and then I stream and connect with you guys and answer questions. And anyway, I have 26,000 subs and I have talent agencies contacting me. Should I keep doing everything myself or consider signing? Always consider signing. Make sure you have someone else look at the contract, because there can be really sketchy ones. Let me catch up on I've got some subs and I've got some super chats that I missed. Let me catch up on these real quick. But I've always enjoyed having an agent and being a part of an agency. I've also always had really good ones. So there can be really crappy ones that don't do anything for you. Make sure you don't pay them. They only make a cut of what you make. Otherwise, they're never going to work. If you pay them, regardless of, like, if you pay them a certain amount every month, they're never going to do anything for you. They get paid regardless. They only get a cut of what you make. That way, they only make money if you make money. It's the only way. Unconscious atmosphere. Welcome to the True Senpai. Thank you. Hydro Sam. How much should a channel that gets an average of 20,000 views per video charge for a 60-second ad? Say example for Raid Shadow Legends. Gets an average of 20,000 views. Again, I mean, I guess for something as standard as Raid Shadow Legends, 20,000 views total or 20,000 views in the first 24 hours? I mean, again, I'm just throwing stuff out there. It depends on how good your agent is or whatever. For Raid Shadow Legends, because I know they overpay because I've done one with Raid Shadow Legends, you probably do 500 to 1,000. I don't know if you're saying like if you look through your videos, they have an average of 20,000, or you get like 20,000 within the first 24 hours, but that's probably a good one. Again, that is I'm just throwing a number out there because there are so many more variables than that. TMAD TV, thank you for the value of information, knowledge you've shared. I've applied and may not be growing fast, but growing consistently. Dude, good to hear it, man. Keep trying things. Keep changing things up. By the way, Hydro Sam, sorry it took me so long to get to that first super chat. I always try to get them before going offline. Best way to get shallow depth of field for stream cam for 500 is use a Sony A5100, a used Sony A5100. That is actually a solid point. I always forget about used stuff, and I need to think about it first more. And a Sigma 30 mil. I have a really hard time encouraging the 30 mil on a crop sensor camera. All you're going to get is the face. I would recommend the 16 mil more. I did recommend the 30 mil, and a couple people got it, and they're like, oh, this is way too zoomed in, and sent it back. In general, more people are looking for that 16 mil look, which is just fine for a crop sensor camera. Which, again, I think Steggy's got a good point, though. Yeah, go used. Get a used Sony APS-C camera, like the A5100, A6000, whatever. Find it used for, $250. And then if you can get the used lens also, the used Sony 16 mil, that is probably the best cheap combo to get a good shallow depth of field look. Where do you find an agent for social media? Most agents are for actors and athletes. No, there are a ton of agents for social media. Social media agencies make bank. My advice for agencies, by the way, that's not true. I've reached out to an agency once and they turned me down, which is fair. I was pretty new in this field, but I have never signed with an agency because I reached out to them. My general piece of advice: focus on your content, focus on the content, and when you're ready for an agency, they will come to you. If you reach out to agencies and push and push and push, and one, it's such a distraction. It's such a waste of time and it's a waste of brain power. But if you're doing that and then one of them's like, yeah, sure, they're probably not super passionate about your channel and they're not going to do a ton for you. And you might be getting in too early before they can actually do anything. My main recommendation, and this might not ring true to everyone. There's probably a successful streamer who reached out to a company, got signed, and did really well. I'm sure it exists, but I think you succeed in content creation if your 90% focus is on how do I make the best content? How do I make content that gets engagement? How do I make content that pushes me? How do I make content that helps me grow? If you're focused on that, the rest will fall into place. Absolutely. If you're not focused on that, you're going to struggle. Dillberry Pickles, thank you for the super chat. Mighty Chingus, welcome to the True Senpais. And Hydrosan, thank you again for the super chat. Guys, I'm going to get to work on a TikTok. I've got a TikTok idea I think you guys are going to really like. I'm going to hopefully put it up in the next couple hours. That's the goal. Wish me luck. Full frame lens, also 16 mil or 24 mil. Full frame lens, no full frame camera, Martin. And the millimeters got to be up to you. Anyway, guys, thanks for everything. Have a good one. I will see you guys again Saturday. And I can't wait to tell you all about the progress on the studio on Saturday. They're doing some serious work right now down there. They're putting up drywall and it's looking insane. I was planning on doing a studio tour this weekend, but that would have meant I had to film it by like today tops. And there's just not enough walling put up. I want to give it until the end of this week because they're doing all the drywall this week. And I wanted to wait until there were more walls up before we did it. That's all. Anyway, guys, so have a good one. We'll do a studio tour. It'll probably be up in a week and a half then. So Sam can do next video. I'm going to do this weekend's video. We're going to do it on sponsorships. Sam will do the one after that, and then I'll get the studio tour up so you guys can see it. Anyway, I love you guys. Have a good one. I'll see you guys on Saturday. Peace.